Herzlich willkommen zur Pressekonferenz der Weltpremiere, rund um die Weltpremiere von Stirb langsam. Ein guter Tag zum Sterben. Ich freue mich sehr, dass Sie alle hier sind und hoffentlich viel Spaß hatten beim Schauen des Films, so wie ich. Ich begrüße ganz herzlich die wunderbare Crew dieses Films, allen voran den Regisseur John Moore. Hey John, good morning. Did you have a good night?
Super, thank you. Good morning.
Take a seat. Wir freuen uns natürlich sehr, der rote Teppich ist gestern völlig ausgeflippt am Sony Center. Zu Recht natürlich, denn alle haben sich gefreut, dass er in Berlin ist. Und er ist gerne in Berlin, hat er uns verraten. Hier ist Bruce Willis. Good morning. Berlin is thrilled that you're here. Ebenso spannend, eine wirklich tolle Rolle, die er spielt, in der Rolle des Sohnes Jack McClane, Jai Courtney. Und wir freuen uns natürlich sehr, dass Sebastian Koch hier ist. Er spielt die Rolle des Russen Kamarov und musste dafür Russisch lernen. Davon wird er uns bestimmt noch ein bisschen erzählen. Sebastian Koch.
You were born in Germany, Ida Oberstein, so when you're coming back to Germany, what kind of feeling is it for you? Is it a little bit like maybe coming home?
Yes, it is. Can you hear me? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is like coming home. I always feel nice here. I always feel welcome here. And it is like coming home. My mother wanted me to say hi to you, in particular. She said, you look just like my son. Yes, it's very nice here. Always like talking, and yes, I'm very happy to be back in Germany, especially Berlin. Love Berlin.
Do you speak German at all?
Yes, I speak German. Yes, I do.
I have here a paper, there is written, I am the boss, but I let him believe it's him. And he's a softie. In action movies, he shows what a good character actor he is. Said by Emma Hemming Willis.
Who said that about me? Was that my wife? Did she say that? Oh, well, yes, of course, yes. I am yes, I am a softie. I mean, good grief, you can't behave like this character behaves all the time. You just clunk over at a certain point, and you just see him like a fish on the ground. But I'm very, very fortunate to have such a lovely wife and a very lovely family who tolerates me and all my madness. Verstehst du mich? Yeah, madness.
What was your experience in Moscow? How was it?
I wasn't one of the lucky ones that got to go to Moscow, unfortunately, so I had to pretend, but it was it was wonderful. No, we shot a large portion of the film in Budapest in Hungary, and wonderful city to film. Very hospitable people, the Hungarians, and they took good care of us.
Ja, die haben Budapest für Moskau gemacht und ich soll in Deutsch sprechen, hieß es. Und wir haben einen wundervollen Sommer verbracht, 4,5 Monate, und das war eine ganz großartige Arbeit in dieser Stadt.
We filmed quite a lot in Moscow. The reason the action in Moscow takes place in the Garden Ring, which is the most crazy traffic in Moscow. And in order to film there, we had to approach like a guerrilla style. So we didn't want to bring a big movie circus. So we just went almost in camouflage and filmed some of the stunt sequence live. So that's why we had a very small team in Moscow.
What was the most dangerous scene for a stuntman?
None of them are dangerous because the stunt guys are very good at what they do. They look dangerous, and that's the trick. But they're complex. They're difficult. We have that big car chase, which involved hundreds of separate different stunts. But these guys are world class, and they do enjoy doing a Die Hard because every stunt guy in the world wants to, say that he's done a Die Hard because they have such high regard for Bruce and the the action work, his body of work, and they all want to be part of that. So it was exciting. We had a lot of really good performers.
How was it to work with Sebastian Koch?
Very nice working with Sebastian. He's a very young guy in the film. As you sometimes see, he because he is I could tell you this, right? He's the bad guy. Because he's a bad guy, he has to sometimes look like he doesn't look right now. He has to look a little older and behave a little older, but it was great. It was a great experience. We were happy to have him, and he made a great contribution to the film.
Did you know him from former films? Did you know him from the lives of the others?
No, just from the rumors, just from the stories that I had heard, the scandals.
Newspaper.
No, it was great working with him.
Darf ich an Sebastian Koch die Gegenfrage stellen? Wie war es, mit Herrn Willis zusammenzuarbeiten? Bitte.
So I'm going to talk in German, so you won't hear it. But you understand German perfectly, I heard.
Yeah.
So, es war großartig. Bruce ist McLean. Er hat diese Figur entwickelt und es ist wie eine zweite Haut und er lebt diese Figur. Und was für mich toll war, dass er aus der Szene auch rausspringen kann, improvisieren, irgendetwas improvisiert und wir beide halt irgendwie gucken müssen, wo wir bleiben und reagieren. Und das ist für mich, und es laufen immer 5 Kameras, es ist immer ein großes Setting und das war für mich sehr, sehr aufregend und challenging.
Ich meine Frage an Sebastian Koch. Wir haben jetzt gehört, wie unterschiedlich die Wahrnehmung war als Schauspieler miteinander. Wie groß, würden Sie sagen, ist der Unterschied zwischen einer deutschen Produktion und einer Hollywood-Produktion? Das ist so der wichtigste Unterschied.
Ja, ich habe davor mit dem Mike Figgis einen Film gemacht in London, der hieß Suspension of Disbelief. Da waren 30 Menschen am Set. Wir haben das in 4 Wochen gedreht mit 1,2 Millionen Pfund. Und dann nach Die Hard zu kommen, ist ein solcher Spagat, der ist unvorstellbar. Aber für mich als Schauspieler natürlich großartig. Es gelten andere Regeln, man muss diese Regeln kennenlernen und mit ihnen umgehen lernen. Und wenn man sie kann man wieder die eigene Persönlichkeit entfalten und darin sich bewegen und seine Arbeit machen. Und es war für mich sehr, sehr beeindruckend. Allein die Settings waren enorm. Die größte Greenscreen der Welt und so lauter so Superlativen. Und das ist natürlich beeindruckend für mich, der doch mehr im Independent-Bereich arbeitet und das nicht so gewohnt ist. Muss man sich vorstellen wie ein großer Dampfer, wenn man den nach links bewegen will. Und dann dreht man das Rad und dann passiert erstmal gar nichts. Und dann langsam kommt die Bewegung. Es ist eine große Studioproduktion, wo sehr viele Leute mitreden. Und das ist ein anderes Umgehen miteinander. Und das meine ich mit Regeln.
Herr Koch, wie schwierig oder wie reizvoll war es, sich selbst zu synchronisieren? Das war ja für die deutsche Fassung vielleicht das erste Mal.
Na, synchronisieren ist ja immer so ein bisschen wie Nachsitzen, weil man hat alles schon gemacht, alles hinter sich und dann muss man ja nochmal in die Emotion, wenn man das gut macht. Ich hatte einen sehr, sehr guten Regisseur, also die deutsche Synchronisation ist wirklich toll geworden, weil er sich sehr, sehr Mühe gegeben hat und sehr genau das gearbeitet hat, aber man muss nochmal in diese Emotion rein und steht da aber blöd vor einer Leinwand und das ist ein bisschen merkwürdig. Zum Glück hatten wir, wie gesagt, den Besten und es ist so geworden, dass ich mich wiederfinde und dass es toll ist. Gott sei Dank.
I'd like to send a question to Jai, who we could all see how respectful you guys are with each other and work with each other. And I was wondering if it's also a little bit intimidating to hear that you look like family of McLean and you should be the son of this Bruce Willis, John McClane. Was it intimidating at all at one point?
Yeah, certainly early on. Obviously, before I met Bruce and John and everyone else involved, you never know what to expect. And I mean, this goes back to the audition process when I was auditioning for the role and heading in there. It's always a little nerve-wracking when you've been asked to perform and not only trying to do a good job yourself, but you're working along someone whose work you're very familiar with and whose work you admire, and there's a whole lot of emotions that go into that experience. But you know, any sort of intimidation or nervousness was dissipated quickly because of the way, you know, Bruce treated me in the room and John as well, and they made it incredibly easy to just have fun with it and have fun with the scenes we were working on. And I don't know, perhaps there was a natural chemistry that we discovered in that room, and that's probably, you know, got a lot to do with why things worked out the way they did. So, you know, after that point, it was just about having fun for me. Yeah, he's intimidating on screen, but he's really not too.
Just a kitty cat. What is it? What did my wife say? I'm just a pussycat. What?
Yeah, exactly. He's a big softie.
Jai actually solved our problem. We needed to get somebody that filled this role and was able to do a good job, and he really helped us. I mean, you really brought so much to the film that it was such a relief to find someone who was so good in this part.
A question for Willis. You're 57 now, right? And I would like to know, what are your plans for the future? Do you think you're fit enough to make another action movies in 5 years, or are you planning to do different kind of movies in the future? Just spend more time with your family? What do you want to do?
That's a good question. Thank you. I never know what I'm going to do next. I don't really have a continuing plan. My plan, in the most general way, is to spend time with my family, spend as much time as I can with these girls, and they make me laugh so much. Yes, I mean, action films are certainly a big part of the commerce in the job that I have. I get to do a lot of different things. I did a few films that you might have seen last year that were, I'm not sure if they're out here, but Moonrise Kingdom is the opposite of an action movie, and I wanted to work with John, and I wanted to do a film that in this particular case, I mean, Die Hard is a certain kind of beast, a certain kind of animal, and I know that when we go to do it, to get from the start of it to the end of it is fun and crazy, and it's just a one of a kind of film. There isn't. I mean, there are other action films, but I don't see too many people jumping off buildings anymore, so I don't know if that's it's not why I do it, but I do like jumping off things. I don't know, did I ask you your question? Did I answer what you asked? I get a little carried away with my answers sometimes.
Mr. Willis, in this movie you're a very tough guy. Your wife said you're more the soft guy at home. I like to do cooking. Are you the guy who's cooking at home too? And do you like any German dishes? Do you have some favorite German food?
Yes. Yes. I think that if you're going to cook and if you really want to, you know, put yourself in high regard with your family, you have to choose whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I'm a breakfast guy. Not necessarily German dishes, but I make cornmeal pancakes. I was hoping someone would ask me what I make for breakfast.
Your family's happy with your cooking?
My family's very happy with my cooking. Very happy. They have to be. Thank you. Thanks very much.
I have another question to Mr. Willis. I know you're a great singer, so I don't know if you remember, but at the last press conference of Die Hard, I asked you when will you be in Germany again and give a concert. So do you have any plans?
I have made a decision in my life to let people who sing much better than I do that job. It's very nice. Oh, thank you. I feel the same way. I'm very sad about it. But I realized that the work that I did with my band is now come to an end. And those guys are much better than I am, and they all have great jobs, and they all continue to play music. I just am taking a break from it right now. Thanks for asking. I could sing right now if you want me to, but
Yes, please.
but I will spare you that pain. So thank you, thank you very much for asking.
The Moore said yesterday on the red carpet it was almost Berlin. Will you shoot a movie in Berlin? I mean, George Clooney's just here doing something. Would you come to Berlin and shoot a movie?
Yes, I think we should shoot a Die Hard in Berlin. I think we should make one of these films here. Yeah, well, we'll have to come up with a story, but I'd like to shoot a film both in English and in German. And all we have to do is do take 2 and just do the second take in German. And it would...
Simple as that.
Well...
No sing.
Not that it would be simple, but it would be a fun movie to watch.
Already the 5th movie of the Die Hard movies. So is there a possibility to show more action, more action maybe in a 6th movie?
Even more.
Yes, I think we should do more action as well. I think we should take all the acting out and just... because this whole storyline about the father, and he's so sad, and his son, and they're not getting along. Oh, God. We should just blow something up and jump out of buildings every couple minutes, and I think that would get her done. We should do another one of these films, though. There will come a time when I won't be able to run anymore or bounce off the pavement anymore, but they're still fun to do now.